Film has come a long way. From the insensitive atrocity that is The Birth of a Nation, to blockbuster hit Jaws.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What we know as contemporary cinema is a long time in the making. Starting with moving pictures, then the introduction of sound,
Is looking at you, kid.
Technicolor films, and then suddenly we could watch film from the comfort of our own home. Hollywood at the turn of contemporary film was built up around the 6 major studios: Universal, Disney, Paramount, Sony, Warner Brothers, and 20th Century Fox. What we truly know as contemporary cinema started around 1975 when Universal released its groundbreaking film, Jaws. Lew Wasserman was the man, the myth, the mogul in charge at Universal at the time of the release. Known by many as just Lew, he might be who we have to thank for the revolution and surfacing of contemporary film. Described by Variety as Hollywood's ultimate mover and shaker, he started his career as an agent at MCA and became chairman of Universal in 1973. Just 2 years later, the studio produced and released Jaws under this powerhouse. Believe it or not, Jaws actually maintains a Guinness World Record for being the first summer blockbuster to ever hit the silver screen. On their official website it reads, not only did people queue up around the block to see the movie, it became the first film to earn $100 million at the box office. Kate Erbland writes for IndieWire that Jaws was actually made for less than $9 million, but it grossed over $470 million in global returns and earned itself a spot at the top of the box office in 1975. It also garnered itself the title as the first ever film to break $235 million at the box office. And still to this day, it's sitting pretty at number 7 in the top 100 films of all time. But why was Jaws so influential in ushering in the new age of cinema? The first big reason is marketing. The film actually paved way for how movies are marketed and sold today. Lew Wasserman of Universal Studios sold Jaws through near constant TV advertising. He and the studio spent close to $2 million on the marketing push for Jaws. Primetime network slots to play clips and talk show tours dating as far out from the release as 8 months. By the time Jaws premiered, people were familiar with the idea and excited to see it come to fruition. According to author and film enthusiast Mary Erickson, Peter Benchley, author of Jaws, had been in talk to turn his suspense novel into a film for close to a year before the book was even published. Another revolutionary and influential piece of Jaws was Bruce, the animatronic shark that single-handedly shaped the future of the movie industry. If you were wondering, yes, it did in fact take an entire team of production assistants and engineers to operate the shark. Another fun fact is the first time the shark was ever placed in water, it broke and put a halt on production. Lindsay Luack of Pluralsight describes what came next in the movie industry as the animatronic revolution. Over the next few decades, animatronics and puppets became commonplace and breathed new life into what movies could be. The T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Falkor from The Never-Ending Story,
I was trying to...
Sneak away.
Yeah. No.
I like children.
and the Gremlins are just a few of the creations that followed.
You're kidding.
Jaws crafted what contemporary cinema could be, and Steven Spielberg will be in history books for years to come because of it. His film created technological and economic advancement for the film industry that could have never been predicted with the release of summer hit Jaws. Jaws is a great example of how one film can shape the entirety of an industry and can change the way that we do things for years to come.